Hi everyone, I'm Crystal and I run Actions Are Greater. So if you're watching this, say hey down below. Let me know who you are. I'm fairly new to doing the video thing, so we're going to see how this goes. Okay, so the law of attraction basically says what you send out comes back to you. Okay, so how do we know what we're sending out, right? That's probably the first question, because we may think that we're like, oh, I'm sitting here wishing for $1 million and a nice car and a nice big house and the amazing job and 2.5 kids and the best man on earth and all of that, right? So we think that that's what we're sending out, that we want those things. But when you're sending out saying, I want this, right? What you're actually saying to the universe is, what I have isn't good enough. I want, you're not appreciating and feeling happy inside yourself with what you already have. So you're sending out this feeling of lack and not having enough. And the universe is going to send you back more lack and not having enough. Like it's going to send you back more saying, oh, well, you want something, you're lacking something. So we're going to attract more of that lack into your life. You're not going to get what you want. So, how you use the law of attraction is that you focus on being what you want. Okay. So, let's say you want the great relationship with a guy. Well, are you going to sit there and say, oh, I want this tall, dark, and handsome guy that's absolutely perfect and cooks me breakfast and blah, blah, blah? I mean, you can write that all down. This is the things that I want in a guy. But if you're constantly thinking, I don't have this guy, I want this guy. I don't have this guy, I want this guy. Send me my guy, send me my guy. Then the universe is going to be like, oh, well, you don't have this guy, so you're not getting this guy because you don't have this guy. You're telling the universe, I don't have this guy. So you need to learn how to make that thing that you want vibrate inside you. When I met my boyfriend, right? And he was the most amazing man ever. And, you know, honeymoon stage relationship, everything's awesome and amazing and lovey dovey and blah, blah, blah. So, but when I first met him, I was like the happiest chick on earth just being single. Like I wasn't really looking for a guy. I was happy with myself. I loved myself. And before that, I'd always been like, well, how come everybody else gets this great guy and I don't? Like all my friends were getting married and, you know, I was like the only single friend. And the reason was because I was focusing on how everybody else had someone and I didn't. So I kept saying to the universe, everyone else has someone and I don't. So I kept seeing more of how everyone else had someone and I didn't. But then I decided that I was just going to start having fun by myself and screw it. I don't need to follow my friends around who are having fun getting married and making babies and all that stuff. What I wanted was someone who would be a partner with me. So I actually took the time to love myself and really radiated that love for me inside. And when I did that, that was when he showed up because I loved myself. So someone else could love me too. I was attracting that love because I was sending out love. Okay. Or like another example would be a job. I manifested a job once because I remember I was sitting around and I was thinking, I really want a new job. So I started looking and I just started, goofing around and applying for these jobs that I thought it would be awesome to work at. You know, I sit there and picture, I'd be like, yeah, it's a great place, and you know, it's in a big city and all that. Because I was in a small town. I worked at a small town newspaper, which, by the way, was so much fun. But I wanted to get out and move to the city. So I already was radiating inside myself that I was capable of this position. And then, you know, I really didn't think that they were going to call me. I really didn't. I had no clue. I was like, you know, amazed that this big city newspaper was calling me to hire me, and so excited about it. And I went in and did the interview, and I was like, I got this. I can do this job. I know I can do this job. And they hired me. And, you know, that actually led me to where I am now, but that's another story. Um, but I was already radiating inside myself that that was my job. You know, I can do this job. This is my job. So that made it like the universe just said, here you go, and handed it to me on the platter. Um, but like, you know, my kids, how I manifested my children, right? I, for each one of my children, pretty much, it wasn't, it was, I don't want to get pregnant. Please don't let me get pregnant. Please, please, please don't let me get pregnant. Right. And lo and behold, I did get pregnant. But anytime I wasn't thinking about, please don't let me get pregnant. Right. I wasn't getting pregnant. But every time I was like, please don't let me get pregnant. I got pregnant. So I now have 4 children, and they're amazing and beautiful, and I love them. And they're absolutely perfect. So, um, that's an example of manifesting something by trying to avoid it because you're focusing so much on that thing, you know, that it happens. That's what you're radiating inside you is, oh, I'm going to get pregnant. Oh, I'm going to get pregnant. Oh, I'm going to get pregnant. But so you end up pregnant, right? If you're afraid of being pregnant, you're going to end up pregnant. If you are thrilled at the idea of being pregnant and not afraid that you're not going to get pregnant, then you'll get pregnant. It's, you know, whatever is inside you radiating your true feelings, right? Your true emotion and thought that is inside you. Whether you're running away or running toward, whatever that core idea of that emotion is, that's what you're going to get. Whether it's positive or negative. It's whatever you are feeling in the depths of your soul, right? That's what's going to come to you. If you feel inside you that you aren't good enough, then you're going to get more proof to confirm that you aren't good enough, even though you are. You are good enough. Okay? You just have to understand that so that you can do what you want to do. I have never met a single person that I thought wasn't good enough. They had behaviors that said that they didn't believe they were good enough. And I knew they could do better. But you can't force people to believe that they're good enough. You really can't. You either do or you don't. And if you don't believe you're good enough, then that's something that you need to work on changing because you are good enough. You know, it's just a matter of understanding that deep inside you. You know, a lot of us have been told our whole lives, you're not good enough. You're not good enough. You need more education. You need certifications. You need this, you need that. You need more money. You need the right clothes. You need the right makeup. You need, you know, the right body type. You need to be something else in order to be good enough. That's what we're constantly told in today's society, and that's why so many of us believe that we're not good enough to do things when we are. You are just as good and capable as anyone else. So once you can understand that, you can do anything. You really can. It's just a matter of getting the idea deep inside of you that you are good enough. And we'll go more into that in my course that I'm working on right now. I'm hoping to start selling it this weekend and start it on, I think it's November 22nd. And that's basically to teach women how to apply the law of attraction in a practical manner, like actually do exercises so you can learn how to do it. You need to learn how to change the energy inside of you so that you can achieve the things and the goals that you want. And it's going to be great. We're going to have goal setting and action plans and workshops on learning to use energy to your benefit. And then there's also going to be a Facebook group, and I'm thinking a VIP group on the website. So, and of course, it's all going to come with my book that I'm working on, The Manifest Game. And that's actually the name of the course. It's The Manifest Game for Babes in Action. So it should be fun. Lots of fun. I'm excited. I can't wait to be able to show it to you guys. I really can't. So I guess that's it for tonight. We'll talk some more hopefully tomorrow. I'm trying to work up to doing live videos, but I have children that like to cry and, argue. So, 4 kids, it isn't exactly easy to be able to do lives, but I'm going to try. So, hopefully we'll see. We'll see you tomorrow.